Hey, you. Yeah, you listening out there right now. Thanks for all your support. We really appreciate it here at Down on the Wire. Thanks for coming out again. And hey, thanks. Last week, you made our most listened to episode of 2023. So hey, thanks. We really appreciate it.
Thanks. That was crazy, dude. That was spooky. Like, outside of these walls, I just picture a suburb that all looks the same, dude, and everyone talks like some Truman Show shit, dude. That's fucked up.
WandaVision.
But honestly, guys, thank you very much. The McDonald's episode, the full expose, most listened to Down the Wire podcast episode of the year.
Yep.
And we're keeping it coming. We got a guest this week. We're revisiting a story that you guys didn't hear. We ended up cutting. But
because we wanted to dig more into it, because you know what, we're keeping on this trend of interviewing people in the news, because you guys seem to really like that with McDonald's. So this back page news we discussed, we're going to keep interviewing people.
This one not coming from Ottawa. They won't be joining us in studio, but we will be joined by a very special guest from New Zealand over Zoom. Oi, he says. You fuck. What? I was about to say, I just realized I can say the word in an Australian accent, but it still doesn't make it okay to say on air. You know what I mean?
What?
The C word. It's one of our. I almost said it just because I was getting into character there, but I won't.
Right.
But yeah, guys, just we have someone join us from New Zealand for a very special story. We're gonna run that first.
That'll be the first news story we go into. Little teaser, little moose boosh for you guys. Little taste what you're gonna get. And no, that doesn't mean amazing bush. That just means a little appetizer. And this guy, he's debunking, or apparently there's this news story going on in New Zealand about a sausage villain. I don't know what to call him. They call him the Sausager.
Right.
But he's tearing a whole community apart.
Kind of like how the Hamburglar does to small American cities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Sausager in New Zealand
is doing it to Waiheke. And
it's a small town or small region there. He's 10,000
person populace on this island.
There are news articles out there talking about how it's tearing this community apart. And we got in touch with one of the accused of being the Sausager, a famous butcher down in New Zealand, down under. And he's saying that it's a whole fucking hoax, this thing.
Call him Shaggy because it wasn't me.
That's all we know right now.
Saying, man.
We're going to interview him later on the show. We still haven't really talked to him yet. A little pre-interview. John did talk to him a few seconds.
I talked to him for a couple minutes.
But that's it.
Yeah.
So we're going to figure out what's
He'll be
going
awesome
on.
though. So stay tuned for that. Follow, subscribe.
Please, dude.
Dude.
Like the fuck you doing?
Please.
Really helps us keep the lights on.
Yeah.
We have actually 2 lights burnt
Except
out
those
right
2, yeah.
Phelan, you want to zoom in on those lights? Those aren't turned off. Those just don't work.
Yeah, they're burnt. They're burnt
Help
out.
us pay for those lights.
Yeah.
Right?
Our foyer lights just aren't working no more. We only have 6 left, guys. 6 left.
Yeah, we just keep... Actually, it was one of these lights that turned off, and then I just swapped it with those lights because we need these lights. But anyways... speaking of unpaid shit, shout out to Red Bull.
And finally, guys, I will say we do have content filmed with them. It's just not edited yet.
Yeah. Okay, for real. The Down the Wire podcast, fueled by Red Bull. We have content coming out hard, dude. Coming hard. We have some heavy content. I have one of the skits we shot with them already. We filmed it. It's in the middle of an edit right now. It's really fucking funny.
Is it actually in the middle?
It's funny, dude.
Is it actually in the middle of the editor?
Yeah.
Okay. Sick. Good work, man.
And we got some more stuff coming out with them. Check out their doodle art competition. We'll have a link below.
Yeah.
Basically, if you draw a fire-ass doodle, they'll ship you out to Amsterdam. We'll talk more about it later, but check out that link.
Boobs and dicks encouraged in the doodles as well.
Boobs and dicks and what?
Encouraged.
Oh.
You can you can incorporate them.
Boobs and dicks encouraged.
That'd be a hilarious.
Takes courage to draw.
That'd be a great T-shirt right there.
Before we get into this interview, guys, actually, before we get into this episode, go check out our vlog, the Super Bowl vlog. If you haven't checked it out yet, we'll link it here right now. Basically, on last week's episode, I was complaining about how I didn't want to host a Super Bowl because I just didn't want to do it. But I also was like having some internal conflict with myself. Like, why not?
Internal conflict is a fucking like. It's a way to downplay it, dude. That was a war you were having, dude.
Straight up.
But anyways, the verdict was John was going to host. And John said in last week's episode, and I quote,
"Cater to your every need, sir." I'll quote it. You could sit there all day and I would cater to your every last need, sir. I regretted it as soon as I said it. Knew I shouldn't have said it.
So go check out the vlog where I made him eat his words. And in the most degrading fashion, made
dude,
him
it was
my butler.
It was honestly probably one of the most degrading things that's ever happened to me. And I've had someone poop in my hands.
I'm sorry you had to go through that,
too,
man.
the last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and since then I've been an Eagles hater, and I bet on the Eagles not winning this year. I won, but I was degraded nonetheless.
I'm sorry you had to deal with that. You were a great host.
Thank you, man.
You were a great host.
Thank you, guys.
You're a good sport too. You're an all right sport. You're an all right
yeah,
sport.
the bell down the pants and then in your mouth was...
Yeah, putting in the drink wasn't cool. Also, you never got me a plate of mac and cheese.
I'm proud of that, too. I'm proud of that.
So you really didn't. You're a bad sport. You didn't really own up to it. You're not a man of your
Made
word.
for great content, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go check that out. Before we get into this interview and all these other back page news stories we're going to get into, we got front page news.
Front page news.
News that is happening on the front page. Hot topics.
We still got to get a better way to introducing this.
That's great.
Yeah. We need like a plug-in that we can just put in there so we don't have to say anything.
Yeah. Don't give me that fucking look. You know, I know what you want me to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm not your fucking jester.
Do it, dude. Do it for the people, bro. Do it for the kids. For the troops.
Extra. Read all about it. Front page news. Fucking bitch.
Yes, dude. Chinese balloon sensors recovered from the ocean. I'm sure you guys have heard about the Chinese spy balloon that has been, or 4 spy balloons now, I guess. We're up to 4 spy balloons shot down in your face. I just saw you look into the distance as if you were like, wonder if there's one in here, man. Anyways, they've shot down 4 Chinese spy balloons over North America now. And China has just since rebutted and been like, hey, well, we've shot down 10 since January of 2022. But it's weird they didn't say anything until the U.S. had shot down 4. You know what I mean? Like, right. China's like, well, you guys did it first. So
it's like when you're in a relationship, you just back pocket.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Moments to like pull out in future arguments. You're like, well, in January 2022, you used the balloon on me. It's like, you didn't say anything.
It still hurt all the same. It still hurt all the same.
I didn't have to say anything.
You should have known. You should have known. That's like, yeah. And everyone's like, I say everyone, but I don't really know who I'm talking about when I say everyone, but they're speculating like, yo, why didn't China say something when it happened? And then people were like, well, it's probably because it didn't actually happen. But yeah, apparently, like, I can say that this would probably be like the worst time to get into the hobby of hot air ballooning.
I was going to say Valentine's Day, hot air balloons must have...
Yeah, dude. Everyone on
the one day a year they make sales. Everyone cancel.
Every hot air balloon, like every small hot air balloon business, like tour owner, saw this news on February 7th. They're like, "Fuck,
yeah,
honey, take out a second mortgage on the house." I don't know. We're gonna have to sell. We're gonna have to sell some of these things.
Or that guy that's like trying to get out of a relationship on Valentine's Day just books a hot air balloon trip.
Oh no.
Steps off like, hey, I forgot my phone. Sends the balloon up. Just let's see what happens.
Yeah, they just get... I can just, bro, that's like a bad South Park skit. I'm picturing right there. He just gets up there and starts doing an Asian, calls 911 and does an Asian impression or something. There, dude. Like, the worst.
Yeah, but interesting. Phelan, you're from China.
Not by blood. By association.
By association, yes.
Yeah.
Do you guys over there make fun of us on a daily basis?
Fun of. Do you guys?
Do you people over there?
What do you mean by that?
Like, do people in China, like when you lived there, you lived for how many years?
6.
6 years. When you guys lived there,
Why did I think you lived there for like 6 months? I don't know anything about this guy. Did we run a background check on him?
Yeah, of course you did.
Is it too late to run a background?
it's too late. He already
too
knows
late.
what he needs to know.
I have keys. I'm in.
He does have keys now. He has keys to the
You
studio.
even gave me the one that says home on it.
Yep.
So, like in China, do you guys like constantly on a daily basis make fun of North America? Like, oh, those fucking idiots don't even know we know everything about them. Like, oh, these billboards up here of like my Facebook post from grade 6 is just on a billboard for like a Colgate ad with my smile. Or like, are you guys like...
Yeah, that seems like a reality TV show like over there or over in China. It's just a stream of like fucking conversations.
There's like
you
10
had in the
Truman
7th
shows.
grade where like white kids were saying the N-word. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Just, like, the word.
Maybe in Middleton, Nova Scotia.
No, it happened everywhere. It happened. 2013 was a different time, man.
I got balloons everywhere.
10 years ago.
I
Didn't know any better.
I wouldn't say make fun. I feel like outside, at least the U.S., outside of the U.S., like Canada makes fun of the U.S.
Yeah, 100%.
all the time anyways,
100%.
right? So it's basically that.
But you
But
guys do make fun of
international.
America.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are like, when you're making fun of them, is the punchline like, oh, like we're spying on you guys?
No, not really. Because
Or is
they're
it your
also being
fat,
spied
gross
on.
American pigs?
Yeah, most of it,
Yeah.
a lot of it is like cultural shit. Nah, there's no like...
Do you like just like with that like some shit you do?
We use our words, John.
Y'all do your best American impression. That's my best American.
No, I find
Yeehaw!
because I lived in Malawi in Africa for a bit too, and you see it everywhere. Like everybody's kind of roasting America outside of America, and so yeah, it's I wouldn't say that it's like, oh, we have cameras in your phones.
Right.
We're listening in on everything because they're doing that there too.
True. Follow-up question.
That's what this news story said. It's like, China was like, it's even just brutal that they're like, fuck you guys for spying on us when they're like the like grossest misusers of spyware.
Yeah.
Like America's spying on everyone, dude.
America
Yeah.
or China?
Both.
Right? Both are.
Literally
Yeah.
both.
Apparently,
It only makes sense that they spy on each other.
yeah, exactly.
It's not like if I were a pro spy
yeah,
and I had like another person, there was another person in the world that was also a pro spy,
right.
I would expect them to like spy on me because I've already spied on them.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what I
gonna
mean?
like spies be spying, bro.
What's so fun about spying on your average Joe like you and I?
That's
right
what
now?
I think too. Is like, why is this shit up in like the Yukon, bro? Like, why are we shooting these things down over Alaska?
Well,
like,
that's the
why,
thing.
let's hack the Pentagon or something.
So-
like, I mean, and even still, like when they shot these things down, Phelan said they missed a shot. The first shot they shot at one of these balloons, they missed, and they just said it landed in the ocean. They probably just like wiped a like fucking Inuit family right off the face of the earth and just like, oh, it landed in the ocean.
Yeah.
They're just like, you know what I mean, dude?
Yeah, the first one is confirmed like Chinese. They're very upset about it. But the second, third, and fourth is still up in the air.
I'm just
not
saying
up
is
in
if
the air
you
anymore.
find 4 balloons flying over your country within a month and a half, and the first one's Chinese, I bet you the second, third, and fourth walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's probably a fucking duck. Am I wrong here?
That is interesting though, because once they found the first one,
Yeah.
they realized that like a lot of their radars, like the filters that they use on their radars, they're looking for fast moving objects.
Right.
So they were like, oh shit, let's look for the slower ones. So they changed a lot of their radars, and now they're finding balloons everywhere. And so that's
Interesting.
why we're seeing a lot of balloons getting shot down now, because we're like, holy shit, we didn't see
It's a
these.
good thing it's not like someone did it in like the 1940s who did like the first solo hot air balloon around the world. You know what I mean? Like-
Let's get real here, though.
okay.
How, like,
Swoops the hair back.
Shooting down a balloon is probably the most least satisfying thing to blow up. There's no explosion.
Unless
there's
the video is kind of crazy.
Right through
or
a
unless,
hollow object.
or if you
And it just...
But that's what
on the way down.
that's
Like,
what I'm
that's
picturing.
kinda
Is like
lame,
you put it in through the side, and then it does the thing where it where you let it out and it just flies around your living room shit.
Why don't they just why didn't they just bloons tower defense it up and just shoot some super monkeys with some fucking darts at
That's
it?
what I can just I can save the government trillions of dollars rather
yeah.
than arming ourselves with missiles. Just put big old fucking needles on the end of the planes. Just big pointy objects.
Fly right through it.
You know what I mean?
But it's interesting. So the higher the balloon is,
Right.
the
Whoa,
it's crazy, bro.
the balloons just go to the stratosphere, bro.
But the higher the balloon is, the slower or whatever the helium will move. Basically, if you shot a bunch of bullets through the balloon, the helium would probably still stay in the balloon. That's why they had to shoot a missile at it and explode it to get all the helium out of there. Otherwise, it just probably still would have sat there.
I don't know, dude. All my balloons tower defense 4 knowledge.
Listen, I have
extensive experience.
I have days worth of time spent
Yeah,
shooting balloons.
got to plasma that bitch.
We need a sun tower monkey, man. Come on, sun temple.
Yeah. We need to start breeding some banana farms, making some money to keep supporting ourselves. Shoot down more of these balloons.
We
get
honestly,
our
man,
XP
we
up.
need to
Yeah.
we need to address the fact that we're gonna need a sorcerer 3.
Oh yeah,
A sorcerer 3, bro.
Let's summon the Mud Wizard from 3 episodes ago.
Exactly.
Straight up.
See if he knows any balloon wizard guys.
Yeah, that's.
It probably does.
It seems like a small community, the wizardry community.
The wizard though is kind of a weak attack because it would just be pushing the balloon. It wouldn't be getting rid of it.
Well, it would push it further and further back, so our plasma would have more time at
Right.
fucking up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a good place to end.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah,
Man, I haven't played Bloons Tower.
There's nothing more we can
so
add to this,
that people haven't
News
already,
story
Yeah,
that-
that people haven't already said.
or that people are gonna walk home with and be like, honey, I heard the craziest thing on this radio show.
I think we just need to throw. I think we got to just throw our own balloons up there and just let them go at it.
That's how you fight the problem. More balloons.
More balloons.
You cloud the vision of
Yeah.
the balloon with other
You
balloons.
need to create a balloon layer below the balloons that are already up there.
I think Biden should have went up there himself, strapped a bunch of balloons on the White House, up style, lifted up, went eye to eye with this thing himself, saw what the fuck was going on, and then just brought that thing down with him.
Trump would have done it.
Yeah, Trump would have so upped the shit out of that fucking balloon, bro. All right, let's get to the back page news. First headline we got, you've all been waiting for it. Off the top, what do we got?
Sausages mysteriously stuffed into mailboxes are tearing a community apart.
Got a cereal sausager on the loose, folks.
Extra, extra.
Read all about it. Cereal sausager.
It's fun to say. Cereal sausages. Say it 6 times fast.
My brain just collapsed thinking about that.
Word cereal sausage. Yeah. I'm just thinking a bowl of milk with sausages.
Straight up a sausage
Yeah,
cereal.
yeah, weird,
too.
right?
Just sliced up.
Yeah, weird.
Sausages in a
Weird
bowl
how
of
the
milk.
brain works, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
crazy.
carry on.
Actually, wouldn't be bad. So what's happening is that there's a small community, Waiheke Island, off the coast of New Zealand, and this one guy last summer found a sausage in his mailbox, and he was like, "Oi, just some lads fucking around." I can't do it, so I'm not gonna give it.
Like Brad Pitt and Snatch, man.
Well, what is my contest with the horses, you know?
But he just thought it was some drunk kids threw sausages mailbox, whatever. Then he sent a photo in his group chat, and everyone got sausage. People getting sausage left, right, center, everywhere around it.
Your grandparents were getting sausage. Your parents were getting sausages.
Oh, your sister's getting sausaged.
Your dog's uncle's cousin's brother's fish was getting sausaged, bro.
Everyone's getting sausage.
It was a sausage fest. Let's just call it that.
Let's call it what it was.
Call a spade here. It was a sausage fest.
So months went by, it didn't happen again, but then they got hit again. And then another weeks would go by and then they get hit again. So they're getting hit sporadically over the course of a year by sausages. in their mailboxes, and it turned this community against each other. I was taking some notes here, back of a KFC receipt. There's some quotes here. People from the island are saying it's a traumatic experience. It's not easy to talk about. It's tearing the community apart. People don't know who to trust. The original guy that found the sausage is now being accused of being one of the sausagers. Is there one sausager? Is it many sausagers? Is there even sausages? Like, is this a real thing? We don't know.
Are we just picturing these sausages?
So here's what we're going to do for you guys. We found one of the accused people is a local butcher. They call him the Mad Butcher.
Sir Peter Leitch is his other name.
One of the finest butchers across New Zealand.
Yeah,
and they're accusing him of being one of the sausagers.
Successful man, bro, and he's fucking pissed.
So we're going to invite him on the show right now. We're going to talk about this story, and we're going to find out what the hell's going on.
I can hear you.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, how are you, Peter? Oh, man.
I'm
Look at that
good,
view.
boys.
Oh,
Like that
man.
view.
We should have done this interview on location.
Yeah, geez.
Welcome to paradise, boys. Welcome to paradise.
That looks awesome. Look at our, well, I don't even want to show you our paradise.
Yeah, we
Just,
got rain, snow, and shit out here.
You're alive. Always remember, if you wake up in the morning, it's a beautiful day. Remember that. Never forget it.
That's awesome. Let's start off with that. That's that's a great way to start this. Peter Leitch, welcome to the show. You're one. Let's just get right to it. You're one of the accused for this sausage mystery that's going on right now. How do you feel about that?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Do you care to comment, sir?
Do I care to comment? Firstly, I cannot believe you're contacting me from Canada. I cannot believe it. About that, what is a big hoax? A big hoax. There's no such thing as sausages being dropped off in letterboxes on Waiheke Island here in New Zealand.
So it's all made up.
Pardon?
It's all made up. It doesn't exist.
100%. In my humble opinion, as an ex-butcher, that's why I got accused, because I used to own a company called the Mad Butcher that in New Zealand is very well known. And to be fair, no one's going to be putting sausages in letter boxes because no one's going to eat them. They're going to throw them away. No one would know what you've done to them. But it was I don't think it was a hoax, to be fair. I think it may have been a couple of young guys like yourselves just having a bit of fun, you know.
We look like a couple of guys that would sausage people.
We look like sausages, eh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I won't comment on that. But in all honesty, I think it started as a bit of a prank, and then the media got hold of it, and it went crazy. And then I'm well known on Waiheke Island, and I have verbal diarrhea, so I talk to everybody, and no one I know on the island had a sausage left in their letterbox. But I'll tell you what happened. As the memento grew and the media interest grew, a couple of young guys on the island made out they got sausages, but all they were trying to do was jump on the bandwagon and get famous, you know. But full marks to the guys that started it. It went viral. I mean, there was stories about it all over the world. Here you are ringing me from Canada, which is unbelievable.
It blew up.
So I got to ask, you said that you've done a lot of good for the community, even being knighted by the Queen of England. How do you feel when your name is used with such slander surrounding it?
I was not happy. No, I was not happy. I have to be very honest with you. Because here in New Zealand, we're going through a very bad time. We've had some very bad storms and that. In actual fact, I'm 78 years old and I've never seen anything like what we've been going through, and to be thinking people would be wasting food when people are starving and, things aren't good. Right now, it's only the third time our government's called a state of emergency in this country. So it's, not good. But mate, it's nice to talk to you boys in Canada. I love Canada. I was hoping you were going to fly me over and give me a free trip over there.
Oh, if anything, we're flying to you.
Yeah.
I gotta ask though too. You keep saying like, why would you? Oh, nice little Elvis. I like that. Oh, that's a nice wall you got
It's a
there.
whole Elvis room you got there.
Yeah.
If I didn't know better, I think he was your kid. You got a whole shrine there.
A king. Give me another bit of hound dog. Yeah.
Speaking of dogs, sausages.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta know. I saw that it's $20 a kilo for sausages right now is the going rate. So it's a hefty price to pay if you want to sausage people just for fun. So it kind of makes sense that it would have to be someone on the inside. For example, someone like yourself who runs a butcher shops and you have supply of it. So do you understand where the accusations are coming from, or do you think it could be an inside job if it does exist?
You've just made a cardinal sin. You haven't done your research. I sold the business back in 2018, I think it was.
Right.
So I'm what you call in New Zealand a pensioner. I'm a pensioner.
what?
So I'm a pensioner. The government give you a little grant. Grant.
Oh, pensioner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, do you think do you think you ruffled any feathers when you were in the butcher game, and there's someone out there using your name because you burned some bridges back in your day, or?
Everyone burns the odd bridge, mate. Everyone. Just have a drink, boys. Coca-Cola.
Cheers to that. I'm drinking Red Bull right now.
So
No.
what? So why do you think this story gained so much traction?
To be honest, I honestly can't tell you that because I don't know. I know the reason my name got linked into it is because the Mad Butcher company name I created became a household name here in New Zealand. And when people thought, Mad Butcher's up to a joke or something like that, I've not been able to work it out. But I think it was just the general consensus. The most well-known butcher in the country. This must be him, but I wouldn't be that stupid. One thing I don't do is throw money away because that's what you'd be doing. You imagine, I want you to think about this. You buy some sausages, you wrap them in bread, put them in a thing. People aren't going to eat them. They're going to throw them away straight away because they don't know what's been done to them. You'd have to be a real idiot or starving to eat a sausage that's been left in your letterbox, And so it's like taking money and flushing it down the toilet. Well,
what would it take for you to eat? What would it take for you to eat a sausage out of your letterbox?
Nothing, mate. I'd rather starve.
So this thing's like you said, it's a hoax. Do you think one person did it at the start, took a picture of it, whatever, and then people are now lying to get in on the fun? Like, oh, I got sausage too, but no one's getting sausaged actually.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it was just this is what I think. I don't know it. I think it might have been a couple of young guys having a bit of a laugh, and then it went viral. I mean, like I said before, I still can't believe you're ringing me from Canada. I mean, surely you got better things to talk about in Canada than that. I mean, am I right? I think it's snowing over your way at present, and you've got pretty bad weather. Look at this. There's a guy going out sailing.
Oh, way to rub it in us. Way to rub it in our face.
I know I've just met you, but I'm not starting to like you that. Let's off to a bad start here.
Well, that's okay, mate. I can handle that.
Yeah, it's a slow news week over here, so we gotta go over international waters.
So did it make it, like, I know Waihiki's an island, did it make it to the mainland and just everyone's talking about it there now, or is it Waihiki's claim to fame?
Hey, it really was. I mean, look, I was known for my advertising in this country. That's how I built the brand, The Mad Butcher. And those guys could have taught me something with that gimmick. You know what I mean? Really, yeah.
So you're saying you wish you would have thought of this, but years ago?
Yes, yeah.
I'm just saying is what you've just said doesn't do a whole lot for your case of being innocent.
Listen, son, what's your name again?
I'm John.
You need a haircut for a start, okay? And you cannot start accusing a knight of the realm.
That's
All
true.
right?
That's true. Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
committing.
violation.
Right. We're both
That's a
Commonwealth
violation
countries
of the
too.
rules.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong
So
with that.
What's that?
I said, God save the king.
Yes.
It does kind of make sense though then for this to be an inside job. Like maybe like Big Sausage is trying to use this as a method to promote sausages to people, and now sausage sales have just gone up like 400% or something.
Well, they haven't, to be fair. I've analysed it. They haven't been going up. No.
Sausage sales are down.
No, look, boys or young men, it's a big joke, mate. It's a big joke that went out of control. And you guys got sucked into it. But I don't mind. Look, I'm like I said to you, I'm 78 years old. I'm a pensioner, so I got all day to talk about nothing. So I'm enjoying it. I just hope a couple of my friends in Canada hear the podcast.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We might have to have you on as a weekly guest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wait a minute, George Sims, are you listening? I'm sending out an SOS to George Sims, my old mate. If you're listening, George, ring and give these guys hell, mate. Yeah. Well, I could be your New Zealand correspondent, to be fair.
I
would actually love that.
We need one.
And I'm very cheap. You don't have to pay. All right.
We'll pay you in sausages.
That's not funny, mate. Look, I'll show you a photo that they done many years ago. I don't know if you can see that. The king of sausages here. See that? Can you see that photo?
No.
A little lower.
Lower, yeah.
Other lower. There you go.
The king is. Oh my goodness!
Oh, wow. Who is that?
That's you, eh?
That's me. That's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Well,
So you are the king of sausages when it comes to New Zealand.
Well, I used to be. I'm yesterday's man now, but that's okay. Had a good life. Yeah. Yeah.
So earlier on, you said that you talked to people on the island and you haven't heard of anyone talking against sausage. So how many people have you talked to? And like you actually haven't heard anyone saying that they've been sausaged personally?
No, I would have spoke to 50, 70 people.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
You're not
Which
a good
has just-
listener. I told you I've got verbal diarrhea and I talk to everybody.
I just wanted a number. I wanted to put a number to it. 50 to 70 is a lot. That's a lot of verbal diarrhea.
because the stories are making it seem like everyone and their grandmother's getting hit with sausages in their mailboxes.
Yeah. The myth, the great myth, mate. The biggest con out. The biggest con out.
Can I tell you what I think?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think someone has a beef with someone on the island, and they're using this as a strategy to cause a feud amongst the residents. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if like it has something to do with the people on the island, but I've heard in some stories that it's a bit of like a wealthier area, and people in the area are calling it a traumatic experience, saying it's hard to talk about. So I don't know if people like if they're just easily triggered in this area, but I feel like someone has had enough of Waiheke Island and they're like, you know what, let's cause something here. Like, I got nothing to do. Maybe a 78-year-old pensioner with nothing. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You want to get it right, mate. I said 78. Get it right. Get your facts right. If you want to be a good journalist, get your facts right. 78. And I did tell you yesterday, it's not a wealthy island. It's a mixture of all sorts of people. You know.
Okay.
I think these news publications are reporting poorly then.
No, they got sucked in, mate. We all get sucked in every now and again. I cashed a check for a guy one day, $400. He didn't have a penny in the bank, so I had to use the bloody check to wipe my ass with. You know, these guys. You know, we all get sucked in now and again. And look, to be fair, it was a great talking point around the world,
Mhm.
And so, yeah, but it's dead and buried now. It's dead and buried here in New Zealand. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no one's talking about it anymore over there?
No, gone, dead and buried.
Interesting.
Have you not heard dead and buried before?
No.
No, well, it means the story has been put into the grave. The grave's been filled up, and it's over and now gone. Yeah.
Done. We're on to the next mystery.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what other feud are you going to start now that this one's over?
You're not careful, son. I'll get on the first plane over there and knock you out. I told you, mate. I told you. And, mate, I can go. I'm telling you, 78. Boy, I'm telling you, you're pushing the boat out. And if you push the boat out too far, you'll sink. All right? And I'll tell you what, if I do come over, I'll bring some scissors and cut his hair for him.
Well, what does that mean?
That's so jokes. Means I need a haircut.
Yeah.
Oh, for you. Oh, okay. I didn't quite hear that last part. I got it now.
Are you sponsored by the Hard Rock Cafe and McDonald's?
Red Bull. That was a sponsorship deal gone wrong, so we took the sign as a parting gift.
Yeah.
I just like this shirt.
Yeah, fair enough. Pity I didn't have a Mad Butcher shirt. I could send that over for you.
That'd be
I
awesome.
love that. I love that.
That'd be awesome.
The Mad Butcher,
But I got
everybody.
I got none left. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Peter. It's been a pleasure.
Well, it's killed a bit of time for me, and that's lovely, mate. So I might just go down the beach and have a swim in a minute.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Pete's a cheeky motherfucker, bro.
Pete's a cheeky bastard, bro.
Cheeky bastard.
Yeah, it's Pete. I almost said it again. I almost said the C word. I don't know what it is about that accent that makes me just want to say the C word.
I wish I could do it.
Yeah,
but
it's just so I'm jealous of them being able, like, they can just say it, and like you could, like, an Australian person can say the C word at a funeral. You know what I mean? But when I say it, I gotta chill out and stop drinking the wine at my grandmother's funeral. Like, it's so stupid. Whatever. What were you gonna say?
that was like a really fun conversation. I wasn't kidding when I said we should do this weekly.
I love that guy.
Yeah,
I would love to have
dude.
Pete
That was
on weekly.
awesome.
You just keep up with what's going on in Waiheke and just New Zealand in general, what's going down.
Can be pen pals.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like we should just write him letters. I need him in my life. What was your favorite part about that?
I like, my favorite part is how he was basically just like, yeah, he duped us all.
Yeah.
Like, he got us all talking
Look
about
at
it.
us. Look
But
at us
I'm kind
talking.
of interested because like he was saying it's a hoax, but he believes like it did actually happen, but people just kind of like wanted to be a part of the joke. Started saying like, oh, I got sausage too, but no one else got actually sausaged. Because he talked to 50 to 70 people. None of them got sausaged or heard of people getting sausage. So it's crazy how it got built up to be quite a conspiracy.
My favorite part is like he's 78 and just a fucking stone cold beauty.
He is great for 78.
Doing just
looks
awesome.
great, talks great.
Yeah.
He's like I thought he was like not a day over 65.
Yeah, he's got old, like, yeah, when I texted him and he's like, hey, I'm 78, I'm not great with technology, I was like, what?
Doesn't he have like 20,000?
How am I Instagram DMing you? Yeah, he's got 20,000 followers, dude. I don't understand how he's like, we're just DMing over Instagram. If I fucking gave my grandfather my phone and was like, hey, DM someone, he'd be like, what? Like, no, I can't do that.
Anyway, no, he was fun to talk to, man. I like how I got him riled up a bit.
Oh, he was
a few times.
We tried to like make it.
He gave me a fucking why I oughta.
Yeah,
he gave me a fist.
I got the classic. I'll cut your hair. Every old person that I try to challenge a little bit, that's what they're like. Whoa, you fucking hippie.
But yeah, no, I guess we debunked the mystery sausager, the Surfdale sausager.
Yeah,
it's a hoax. Doesn't exist.
Bullshit.
It's fugazi. Doesn't exist.
It's all It's buried. It's dead. Done story.
So that's what we do here at Down on the Wire. We find weird shit, we report on it, and sometimes we even debunk it because we don't give out fucking fake news.
No, Fugazi news. Fugazi.
Fugazi.
It's Fugazi.
You can just choose one pronunciation and stick with it. If you went with Fugazi and just never said Fugazi, you don't have to double down. Whatever. You do.
I wasn't doubling down to like because I thought I said one wrong. I was just saying.
Yeah, if you say both of them, you can't be wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
what you're saying. Potato, tomato, man.
What'd you think, though?
I liked it, man. Any time I get to hear that accent, I'm happy. Even if he's threatening me, I'm all right.
Yeah. I don't know if he was like joking or if he was actually upset with me.
I think if we did it one more time, it was gonna turn from joke to seriousness.
Yeah, because there was one thing I said and he was like,
"Listen,"
he was like, "That's not funny."
Yeah,
it's just like I wasn't even trying to be funny with that one. I was actually genuinely. I think it was when I said big sausage is coming after us.
Mm-hmm.
You made a comment on him being knighted. Did you guys get into that?
We didn't
at all,
talk about that.
Yeah.
He just did a lot of community service. He's a nice fellow. I shouldn't say he got knighted by the Queen of England. He's a good person. You know what I mean? He's been knighted more times than any of us have been.
Combined.
He didn't touch on that.
Yeah,
that's all I would talk about.
Yeah. I guess you would too.
I also liked how he was just showing us his house.
Yeah.
Like at one point he just showed us his fucking
Elvis room. His Elvis room.
wall.
It was a room. There was a poster on the ceiling. You guys saw that shit. You saw that shit. I like how he shouted out his friend too. Hey George, if you're listening, his one friend in Canada named George.
Yo, shout out
He's
to
like,
George.
Yo, if you're there. Who's also probably 78.
We all know George. What are you talking about?
He had great, yeah, crazy.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, yeah, thank you, folks, for tuning in.
There's
Thanks,
Pete.
Peter. You're the man.
Our Down the Wire's latest New Zealand correspondent.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the team, Pete. Glad to have you aboard.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we got something New Zealand related, we'll hit him up.
Yeah. Back to the regular scheduled programming now, eh?
Back to you guys in studio.
Anyways, child grabbing a ball finds a body in the creek. But it was really just a sex doll, Racco. Did you know that?
This is crazy. This happened just outside Philadelphia.
Yep.
So yeah, they saw like a foot peeking up.
Painted nails and all.
Yeah.
That's
like
what they said.
Oh, he got the good one. He didn't cheap out. He got the good one. But yeah, they just saw a foot up in the water. So they thought it was, it's called the cops. I think it was a dead body. It
was in a
by
bag.
the creek here.
Yeah.
I saw, this is a different news story. And a different news story that I was reading, it said that there was a foot visible.
Yeah, no, I saw that too.
Which is why they said, that's what they originally. Anyways, I digress. They were just like, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. It's like, I'm just picturing some guy in Philly right now reading this headline today.
Mm-hmm.
And he's thinking to himself, I knew I should have just ripped its limbs off and burned it.
Yeah.
Like that's a real thought that someone is having right now.
I feel like he even further, man. Like you just, like he's reading this and he just thinks back to the moment before he hit confirm order, and he's like, do I really need to spend $1,500 on a sex doll with the French manicure and pedicure on here? Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. How else do you dispose of a sex doll? Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
We surveyed 100 guys in Canada. 100 of them had dumping it in the woods in their top 10 at least. If you were to dispose of a sex doll, dumping it in the woods is in everyone's top 10.
Yeah, cutting it up into small pieces and trying to force it down your garbage chute was up there as well. Taking it out in a rowboat and just tying a cinder block around it.
Just dropping it.
It was huge on the east and west coast, but not so big in Ontario.
The Midwest wasn't liking that one.
Yeah, no.
Because here's the thing. It's like, dude, if you want to dispose of this thing, you have a sex doll, you want to get rid of it. You don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah.
You can't just throw it out because your neighbors are going to see it.
Yeah.
And if you do want to just throw it out, you got to rip its limbs off and stuff it in the garbage. And you might get caught. Someone might see that. And now you're the guy on the street that had body parts of a sex doll in his garbage bag. You're that guy.
And like you don't have kids, so it's not like your child's doll. You know what I mean?
And so now you're just child sex doll guy that not even child sex doll guy. You're a child sex doll part guy. And you just had those stuffed in your front garbage bin on garbage
It's for a
day.
prototype I was building. I don't know.
So
man.
what do? You dump it in the woods.
It's like, I mean, it's like how like any murderer that dumps a body in the woods gets found. You know what I mean? I think it's the same thing. I just think like everyone's got woods near their house. You're like, fuck, I can throw shit there. But it's not like you can just throw anything in the woods.
You could.
You could.
You could throw anything you want.
What you gotta do is this. You just gotta do that motion.
You could dump it in the woods.
In the story I think it said that the doll was anatomically correct and the size of a small child.
Ugh.
So,
yeah,
that's kind of weird, right? But then I was thinking it's Philly. So, and I don't know. I mean, no one's come and prove us incorrect here, but I'm saying we have the theory that all the disgraced child predator priests get relocated to Philly. So
Interesting.
I don't know, man.
Some Eagles fan after the Super Bowl just did some evil things to that sex doll to the point where he didn't want to look at it anymore.
His
And he just threw it out in the woods.
His lucky sex doll obviously just didn't work anymore. The bird's lost. He's like, this thing's fucking cursed.
They called in like I don't want to say the National Guard, but they called in like it was local authorities, and then they called in higher ups to come in on the situation.
Tax-paying dollars were being wasted on this situation.
The police was like, I'd rather us do our due diligence, and if we treat it like a normal homicide situation, we're not going to just treat this any differently until they found out it was a sex doll. And then one of the guys was like, I'm gonna take this to the evidence room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Some homeless guy is pissed. Like he had that thing stashed perfectly, like behind a
bag.
rock.
You know, if it's in a bag, it's mine.
He is pissed, dude. Yeah, this is crazy. But I mean, I don't even know like what to say about it, because like if you're the guy, you make the sex doll purchase. You don't want to have that in your head. Like when it's time to let go of the sex doll.
Yeah.
That's not a conversation we have enough of. Is like, what do you do with the sex doll?
Because you know that these things are not built to last forever.
I think they are, dude. I think like in a dystopian future, like when it's just like stray dogs and like robots roaming around in the landfills, you're going to find like 1 million sex dolls easily. That's all you're going to find, actually, is just sex doll parts. That's all the plastic that's going to be in the future.
And we're going to have to fight against them in a war for civilization.
Yeah. And then a lot of the fucking soldiers on our side are going to flip.
Yeah.
Because
they had a
Those
taste.
French
They had a taste of the honey. They had a
pedicures.
taste of the honey. Them French pedicures really got them.
But yeah, it's interesting. Like, how do you dispose of it? You dump it in the woods. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, I don't really.
There's no other place to do. Because, dude, you can't just throw it out. Because in the small, slim chance you're caught throwing that out.
Yep.
You're
caught with it. The garbage man like accidentally rips the bag when he's throwing it into the
you're
truck.
playing road hockey on the street. See that?
Dude,
You gotta move now.
Yeah.
They relocate you back to Philly. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? You don't know where to go.
The next day you trip, you fall through the pavement, you just pop back up into Philly, dude. You're like, what the fuck's going on? It reminds me one time my mom hit an owl while driving home, and she came home and we just threw it in the garbage and put it out for everything garbage day. And it was weird because I remember playing ball hockey. That's what reminded me, and just like kind of shooting a ball close to it. And there's like this owl like in a garbage bag like this, just very dead. It was like just like it just had got hit by a car.
Dude, I've never even seen an owl.
Really?
No.
Really?
No.
My crazy grandmother one time, she was like, when she was living in England, there was an owl hooting out her back window, and she was like, it was like 2 a.m. She was like, fuck this, and went and grabbed her shotgun and blasted it. Like 2 weeks later, she went, and then it stopped making noise. She went up to the woods the next day, found it dead. 2 weeks later, animals on the endangered species list.
So what you're saying, she timed it perfectly.
Yeah, 2 weeks later, it would have been a federal offense.
That's crazy.
Right?
At that time,
just shoot it into the sky, scared a little bit.
In the dark, just blind out of her back window, blasted it.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just picturing she doesn't even fucking get out of bed. She just,
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing too. Like she didn't. Yeah, she
Pillowcase
did it
shotgun.
from her bedroom upstairs. Like just has a shotgun up there.
That's crazy.
Unreal.
That's sick.
Next headline.
Yeah, let's get to the next story. Your grandma is
Can we get her on the pod?
She's dead, bro.
Fuck. Damn, I forgot.
Oh, God damn it! I forgot that. But yeah, she would have. Yeah, she. My grandfather actually just recently said, he was like, "Yeah, I listened to your pod. I didn't really understand it." And I was like, "Yeah, that's because you're 80."
You know how when we try to talk to you, we don't really understand what you're saying?
Yeah.
Same thing, Grandpa. Same thing.
I was at my grandmother's funeral, and my grandfather came over to me. He's like, "So every time I try to like call someone on my phone, it like gives me the option to text them. What's that about?" I'm like, "Dude, this LG is from like 2016. Like, I have no idea what you want me to do about that, bro."
Does he have the slide?
No, it's not that bad. But like, he's like literally asked me for advice at his wife, my grandmother's funeral about his phone. I'm like, this is fucked up, G-Dad. What are you doing? This can wait.
I'm going to get on these other bitches, mate. Like, what the fuck, Grandpa?
So sometimes when I swipe right too many times, I just run out of right swipes and I have to wait until the next day.
What's that about?
All right, next headline we got. Read.
There's a proven link between small penis size and sports cars.
What are you doing with the headline?
I tried to do an action and then I focused too much on the action and I
got
fucked up saying,
yeah.
and then I was looking at
penis size.
small penis.
You got too focused on
That's
the
what came out.
pinching.
You like
You
that?
tried to do the word as an action?
I did. No,
'Cause
small.
that's how you do
I went
small.
like small. Oh, that's good actually. Small.
Schmo penis size. Yeah, so this is gonna be a quick story, guys. It's not gonna be a long one. It's got personality though, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of heart.
Yeah.
A lot of heart. Great
Yeah.
personality, a lot of heart. The reason I want to run this story is because I'm pretty upset that, they didn't even measure one penis in the study.
Yeah, the scientists didn't really, I don't know, it's not very qualitative.
Yeah.
You
So
know? There's can't feel it, can't touch it.
Mm-hmm. So what
see
they
it.
did was essentially they got 200 men aged 18 to 74. They told 100 of them that the average size of a penis was 4 inches. And then they told the other 100 of them that the average penis size was 7 inches. So when they told these people that the average penis size was 7 inches, the people were like, "Whoa, that's crazy. My penis is like 4 inches."
Really?
I'm doing an impression, man. I'm doing an impression because the average penis size is 5.5 inches. So when they tell people that the average penis size is 7 inches, you're like, "Yo, my penis is only 3 inches." So they're like, "Yeah, I have a small wiener because the average is 7. I'm a bunch short of that." And then the next question I imagine was like, "Hey, how do you feel about sports cars?" And they're like, "Man, I would love to have a sports car because it would make my 4-inch penis that's 3 inches shorter than the 7-inch average feel a lot bigger." And then for the other 100 people, they're asking them, "Yo, the average penis size is 4 inches." And you're thinking like, "Man, I'm not just average size penis. I thought at 5.5 inches, but I'm actually fucking huge right now." And then they ask you, "Hey, do you like sports cars?" And you're like, "Honestly, I don't really care that much about sports cars because I am fucking packing a hog right now, man. You want to ride this thing? Come on now."
I'm well endowed.
I'm well endowed. Hung like a moose here, man. I ain't even doing porn. Like, come on. Anyways.
So they didn't measure any dicks.
No dick measuring
They didn't-
happened whatsoever.
Not even like with objects, not even like
Yeah.
how many iPhone 4S's are you?
Yeah.
You know,
How much of an iPad mini are you?
you know, how many Apple TV remotes are you?
How many Red Bull cans are you?
Is that a girth measurement or just a length measurement?
Yeah, a bit of both.
Could be both, right?
So yeah, they
how
should
many
have.
Wii remotes?
It's just you said you
Sorry.
wish that they actually measured the wieners.
I just would feel more comfortable in citing this information if you measured a dude's wiener and then was like, "Hey, how do you feel about sports cars?"
I think you start off, "Hey, dude, do you A, have a sports car? And then B, if the answer is no, would you like a sports car?" and then you just
And then
strap
C,
them.
let me measure your dick.
and then you
And then
tear
you
their
get-
pants
and
off.
then you get 4 big guys to come out from the room behind you and hold him down, and then you measure his wiener.
yeah.
Why does it have to be against his will, though? Like, can't we just find 200 participants who are
Because
probably
no
willing?
guy that owns a sports car
Right.
would willingly drop his pants if the following question is how big's your dick?
Yeah, you're right. Anyone who has a small penis is not going to want their penis measured.
So all this really proves is that you can't actually prove it
Yeah.
without breaking a few laws.
You can't know penis sizes without measuring a couple wieners.
You got to measure a wiener if you want to know how big it is.
Exactly.
Am I wrong?
No,
That's facts.
you're
That's
right.
science.
I won't
That's
judge,
real science.
I won't judge you on it. I'm not going to do that.
It's anonymous.
Exactly.
I mean, if we're doing the measuring, we'll know. But
Yeah, I think it's definitely misleading. They should have said that it's more like males who are self-conscious about their penis size or self-esteem, because that was kind of the focus of it.
Yeah.
this is more the psychology behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This
like
isn't
we're gonna
the
trick them
actual
into
hard
thinking. Yeah.
facts, you know?
Or
Yeah.
flaccid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
This
don't-
is very flaccid news. This
Yeah.
is a flaccid, super soft study.
Mm-hmm.
I like my studies erect. Yeah.
I
It has something to stand on.
like my stories. Like I like my boners.
Extra rib.
hard and long. I don't. Like I said, dude, I'm not good at these. I'm not good at these. I don't know.
But yeah, so they tricked them into thinking that they're smaller or larger than average, and then asked them if they wanted a sports car or how they feel about sports cars.
So yeah, it's which I guess you could argue the psychology behind it. Like if you think that, then
Yeah.
it would make sense that the result would be like, okay, if you have a small ween, you have a nice car.
Yeah.
Nice car, small ween.
Mm-hmm.
Big ween, shitty
bicycle.
car.
Yeah. Bicycle.
Bicycle.
Yeah.
Crazy. Got an extra kickstand on that thing, you know what I'm saying?
Riding no hands and I'm still steering. You know what I mean?
Your mom had a sports car.
What?
Doesn't your mom have a sports car?
Yes, she does, dude.
So
How big's her dick?
Dude, it's way bigger than yours. Fuck, if you listened to last episode, you'd know that I'd never even seen your wiener, so I couldn't even say that.
I think you guys need to change.
What do you
that.
think about sports cars?
I think they need to do the same study on trucks.
Yeah, that's a north of the border thing. Like, let's go to Alberta and measure. Like, let's run this same sort of story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next headline.
That's it, dude.
Yeah. Did we fall short on that one?
That was making a pun's a little harder than I thought.
Mm.
Uh,
It's not about the size of the pun.
It's what you get out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if these are we talking about puns or wieners again?
Feels like we're just rubbing at a genie bottle with no genie coming out. Does that even make sense?
No, I don't. Like, I think we're doing jerking puns and we're supposed to do small wiener puns.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually this doesn't happen. I don't know what to tell you.
It happens to the best of us. Don't worry.
It's still not. That's an erectile dysfunction one. I just we're still missing the mark here.
dicks.
Small dicks.
Big hearts.
This is like a Schneider's not a sausage story. Like, this is like the $4 hot dog at the stand, not the $6 sausage.
Pepperettes. I don't.
This has gone on 1 minute too long.
Probably cut that.
Let's wrap things up here. Let's wrap things up with our soapbox. First things first. We're going to expand on this a bit more. The doodle competition. You want to go to Amsterdam? We all know why you want to go.
You could maybe even be paired with a random artist to do it with. Who better to go to Amsterdam with than a random person you'll probably never see again?
That's the only person I want to go to Amsterdam with.
Yeah.
that Amsterdam and Bangkok, I don't think I'd want to go with someone that I'm gonna have to see again. In the future.
Exactly. That should be a service that they provide in those. Like you just next to the rental car like kiosk in the
They pair
airport.
you with someone?
There's just a like rental person that like is a native to there and just shows you a really good time that you'll never see again. They use a fake name and everything.
Like tour guides, but they're super chill.
Yeah, super. Like they just know like, and you can like base that. Like if you're kind of a uppity person, you can just take someone that will want to show you the sights, you know. But if you're there for the dirty stuff,
I think they've got like Bumble friends over there or whatever.
use Grindr to find a couple dudes to hang out with, just to chill.
You know what I learned
Just
about
to chill.
Grindr?
What, dude?
It's not even
No
like
girls. No girls on there. What the fuck's that all about?
total sausage fest. No, it's not even a matching app. Like they don't match you with other dudes. It just tells you other dudes in the area that have the app. So you can just go up to that person in person and be like, I know. It's okay. Shh. I know. And then you just talk to them.
Man, dudes
Like,
are
there's no
awesome.
swiping.
Dudes are awesome, man. Just so uncomplicated, you know? All they need is just, you know, a little fucking, hey, how you doing?
What was that?
What? I'm just...
Well, hey, how you doing?
Hey, how
What
you
was
doing?
that?
That's what you did.
I thought you
I
gave it a
know.
little flick.
No, I did not. I pointed.
I
was
saw
like,
a little.
hey.
I thought a little. Hey, how you doing?
I
That's what I
wasn't
saw you do.
Hey, how you doing?
How did we get here from
Like,
fucking
come on.
Red Bull
You know,
competition?
I think. Okay,
Yeah, Red Bull.
let's wrap things up with our soapbox.
That was a good pun almost, too.
All right, let's wrap it up. Let's pinch the end up. No. Let's suck this. No,
Let's pitch a tent. Let's have sex together. No, fuck.
let's wrap it up here. See, I've said let's wrap it up like 8 times, and you guys are the ones that react like that, and you're making it seem like it's my fucking fault we can't wrap this thing up. Honestly,
No, let's wrap it up.
how many times have I said wrap it up, and you guys
Let's
just
wrap it
fucking-
up. Let's wrap it up. Let's just wrap. Keep going. Wrap it up.
All right, let's wrap things up here. Let's get into our soapbox.
What is your problem? Your face.
What happened to it?
I'm fucking done. I didn't think you were gonna say it again.
Yeah, me neither.
How else am I gonna wrap it up?
You're right.
No, you're right.
He's got a point.
Holy fuck, I'm crying.
Okay.
All right, let's double back.
All right. All right, let's wrap things up here. Finish the show off with some soapbox action, company news, personal news. Wrap things up in case you give a shit, and you should. Because if you don't, I don't know what to threaten.
Yeah.
We're never going to drop another episode. No, we're still going to drop.
Next episode, you'll have to see Coleman shirtless.
Ugh.
See?
We didn't even mention that Coleman's not here today.
Yeah.
Coleman's not here today. But you already knew that. Because John and I weren't interrupted.
Fucking got him.
Yes, let's start off with Red Bull. They have a competition going on right now, the doodle competition, where you send in a doodle and they pick the best ones and they match you up with a Canadian artist. And if you win, they send you to Amsterdam to have a jolly old time and compete with other people that can doodle. Basically. That's the best way I can explain it. Only better way I could explain it is you draw doodle, send in doodle, where they review doodle, they might send you and your doodle with someone else to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. So we'll have a link below for you guys to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out our Super Bowl vlog. It was really funny. It's not getting a lot of love right now,
Yeah.
but I think it's bullshit because that was really funny.
Was funny.
You good?
Yeah, I just heard dinging all of a sudden, just in my head. My bell. Just
I want to get that checked out, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's weird. I had like a ringing in my ears
Yeah, weird.
ever since the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
I should have trained you, like with the bell. Like I should have said something immediately after every ring.
Give me a yum yum, a snack or something.
Some,
like
you know
that.
what I mean? You know, just every time I ring a bell, you just all of a sudden fucking
Quick Jolly Rancher in the mouth.
yeah. You put a Jolly Rancher in my mouth.
Yeah, that's the thing. There was association, but there was no like positive reinforcement to
Yeah.
it. You know,
Right.
It's just
There was just
no
negative reinforcement.
Yeah.
There was a lot of negative
It
reinforcement.
was me ringing a bell and telling you to do something for me.
Yeah,
Which you didn't do. So like let's you weren't a man of your word, because on the podcast last week you said I'll cater to your every need.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
it's not. That's not true. I did everything you said.
no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You
No,
said
you
I want to play to Mac.
There was a lot of times I had
Played
to
a Mac.
ask several times.
But it's because you asked rude.
No. That wasn't part of it.
I said
that
I
wasn't
cater
part
to
of
your
it.
every need, but
You
I
didn't
wasn't.
say I would cater to your every need unless you ask me with a bell.
You're fucked.
You said I would cater to your every need.
yes.
End of story.
Right.
So then I brought a
But
bell.
I think for as much as like gray area as you're denying there is, I think there's just as much room for that gray area to be there.
Because here's the thing: I asked for a plate
Yeah.
of mac and cheese.
Yeah. You got a plate with some mac and cheese on it.
No, plate with mac and cheese is not plate of mac and cheese. Two different things.
Well, I mean, if you really want to get into it, a
I
plate
would
of
have had
mac
to
and
take
cheese
the
is
mac
made
and
out of
cheese,
mac and
formed
cheese.
it into a plate shape, frozen it, and then giving you this plate shaped thing of frozen. That's a plate of mac and
Semantics
cheese.
here.
You said you wanted a tequila with Fresca in it. I put the Fresca can in the tequila. That is a
And then you dip the bell in the drink.
yeah. I gave it a stir. Every good bartender stirs a mixed drink.
I don't know.
And now I have tetanus.
I was really worried after that.
You kept asking. He was
There
like,
was rust on that
can I,
bell.
can I
Yeah,
drink
dude.
rust?
Yeah, dude.
Is rust bad?
We gotta cut this episode short. I just gotta go and fucking sit in his iron lung here for a bit, dude. Got polio from the fucking drinking out of the rusty bell cup.
Yeah, I don't know, because I was thinking at the end of the night, I was like, John was a good sport. And then I was thinking back, and I was like, was he?
I mean,
Or was he just
said
a
no.
sport?
I could have just said
He
no.
coulda just
I could have
kicked
been a
you
worse
out.
sport.
But then you're just not a man of your word.
That's true. And so I'd rather be. I'm still a man of my word. I'll take man of my word. Bad sport. That's all right.
I don't even know if you're a man of your word.
I was a man of my word.
Were you, though?
Go watch the fucking
watch the
vlog.
vlog.
Go watch the vlog. Or I'll freak out. Seriously, I'm this fucking close.
I love the
Cut the cameras.
They're coming down to the wire. At the center, Sanders.